Even the man I give him taking a moon. Also, etigo. Yes, also etigo. This is exactly what many of us has been crying for. Also, to get me mother put on comment section na asem, let's think about Igbo alone. Let's make cause kemen kanoa no ndi Igbo alone. No, see, let us think about humanity first before you kubeku ni Igbo onye Igbo kono buru Igbo onye Igbo. Because an injustice to one is an injustice to all. Imara Ebuka Ebuka gechi. That is why I'm not in support of Igbo. Let's think of Igbo, let's think of Igbo. I always make it clear. For being an Igbo person alone, you are already an enemy to the system. I am not supporting a hojo. Onya Yoruba me hojo, Sigwa no meli hojo. Onya Hausa me hojo, Sigwa onya Hausa no meli hojo. Onya Igbo me hojo, Sipotana agwa onya Igbo no meli hojo. Mana, in doing that, let us pay attention to the things name around us first. We just today, I want a breaking news now. Chris Ngige, former governor of Anambra State, has been remanded in Guinea in Kuje Prison over alleged 2.2 billion naira contract fraud. Chris Ngige, because 2 days ago, as in an unknown government lawyer, 2 days ago, I seen a kidnapper, and but then mother, but I seen a kidnapper on Ngige. Just that too. You know, just one work. How was the arrest carried out? Arrest, how was the scenario arrest KK carry out? Because I'm 3 days I'm when the EFCC invade Rocha Sokorocha that year. From I think from afternoon, Rochas was live on radio TV on internet in Egosi. They tried as much as they can to break in her may him hammer at the door car break here but I memory in the media wako bududelu. So, was Chris Ngige arrested in a forcefully manner to think to the men mother name arrest? I'm still coming for the Hincholiku. Was Chris Ngige arrested like a criminal, or was he handled as a non-former governor, or was he just treated as like he's a nobody, or was he treated because no Bonibo? I always make it clear. Also, for you to escape this system, Kubaka got and you give 1 naira, use the 1 naira, because these people don't have retentive memory. They will use it as an scapegoat to make their brother go free. What am I saying? Let us read this thing. That the case is ready, because now I got an email. I just why what is then holding Yahaya Bello in Onanga today? Gini Yahaya Bello in Onanga today. Manaka Ibugoduzo Kuoku Chris Ngige, former governor Anambra State by Ndanu West. Abuja court sent ex-Labour Minister Ngige to Kuje Prison for over alleged 2.2 billion naira contract fraud. Former Labour Minister Chris Ngige was on Friday brought before an Abuja High Court in Gwarimpa by EFCC over alleged 2.2 million naira. Justice Mariam Hassan ordered his remand in Kuje Prison ahead of his bail hearing scheduled on the 14th of December. Ngige pleaded not guilty to 8 count charges involving abuse of office and accepting gifts from contractors linked to the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund during his tenure from 2015 to 2023. After the plea, EFCC counsel Sylvanus Tai San requested a trial date and urged the court to keep Ngige in custody pending the start of the proceeding. Lady Defense Counsel Patrick Ekwetu opposed the remand request, asking the court to grant bail on health ground. He noted that Ngige has already spent 3 days in EFCC custody and insisted his client was a well-known public figure, unlikely to abscond. If you got that in whether it was Ngige arrest rough handed, because 2 days ago there was a leak. 2 or 3 days ago, there was a leak that Ngige was arrested. There was another leak that he was kidnapped. There was another leak that Naimele. So, one was the scenarios where Ngige arrest. So, this thing categorically stated that Ngige am not going to EFCC custody for 3 days. For good 3 days, on no good there. Then, Owesen, he urged that the charges are not comprehensible to terrorism or treason, and therefore should not justify a denial of bail. He complained that the defendant was not given time to respond to the prosecution application. The EFCC countered, stressing that the alleged offense was seriously and carried potential prison terms as of its last at least 5 years. The prosecution also disclosed that Ngige failed to return his passport after a medical trip in October. The court adjourned the case to December 14 and ordered Ngige to continue remand in Kuje Prison. Now, kedu ihe anyị akpọ ihe nka? Ndị Igbo anyị anya saa 2.2 billion compared to somebody bụ Yahaya Bello that stole 80.2 billion. 80.2 billion ka Yahaya Bello embezzle na this country mụ na gị na-abụ nọ ya, and he is still working free. Yahaya Bello made ministers of a state, of make local government official and ministers of his state to sit down on the floor. Omehaka hadina na on the floor na as a former governor that has a potential jail term of 15 to 20 years in this year if it's in the same country and Yahaya Bello should have been jailed for 20 to 30 years. If possible, give him a public execution. So Ngige spent to go 3 days na EFCC custody. Over 2.2 billion. Mana Yahaya Bello that stole 80 billion naira is still working freely in this country. An injustice to one is an injustice to all. Whatever it is worth doing is worth doing well. What is still holding EFCC to hold Yahaya Bello accountable for his misdeed in this country? If being checked very well, Yahaya Bello stole over 100 billion. What did he do for the people of Kogi State as a former governor? What then did you do that prompt you to be investigated for 80 billion? Do you know how much is 80 billion? What are you saying? And you are still working freely in this country. So there is a denial of justice for some set of people, and there is a place for the law to protect some set of people in this same Nigeria. I'm not saying that Ngige is innocent, to understand me. Another me Ngige is innocent, but let us reason as human beings. If Ngige can be remanded in Kuje Prison, which means now Tiger Bay should come and carry Yahaya Bello. If Ngige can be remanded in Kuje Prison, Tiger Base should come and carry Yahaya Bello. Because he did worst, so he should be treated as worse as an animal. That is what Yahaya Bello should be treated as. But unfortunately, they are scared because Yahaya Bello is not an Igbo man. I'm not trying to push narrative, but an injustice for one is an injustice for all. Maybe it will be your turn tomorrow. Maybe it will be the turn of your children tomorrow. And it's also a lesson to my people. Next time, make no sure no one no bagote oboro onye Lagos egbe gbajie. Ihe Minister of Works na heme na no devil mo by mma no ihe kwugo m okwu a before m ka ye kwuku ya ọzọ. Na no one here the busy na alụlụ ha west north while east is duplicating called okay na akpia. East is languishing. East is deteriorating, languishing, and why there is no motorable road. Isi ana Lagos one sigafe hani Ijebu, you're on your own. Man, they are busy using coastal road. Mwe haya phone ketolu biati na mwe devu mai decided to do east. By then Hamano wale goli. By then EFCC a tribe. By then they will remove him in power because he is there under appointment. He is not elected. He is there under appointment. Igbakota so onye Igbo chi nwanne gị ebe o kwesịrị ịnọ. That is why dịka these people and ewepụsị aka ha and eme idea na ha fọrọ nwanne. If an Hausa Muslim cannot try Yahaya Bello and followed by EFCC officials that are Yoruba and Hausa cannot go and arrest him, why wouldn't they go and arrest you, onye Igbo? Because na nwanne gị anọrọ there that will fight for you and speak for you. That is what I am saying. I am not encouraging injustice. I am not encouraging criminality. But what is worth doing is worth doing well. Ndị Igbo amala n'ihe. Tata bụ tọọnụ Ngige. Tomorrow nwere ike ọ bụrụ tọọnụ onye ọzọ. Nwanne echi obugo tọọnụ yesterday bụ tọọnụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Today bụ tọọnụ Ngige. Nwanne echi nwere ike ọ bụrụ tọọnụ onye ọzọ. Do you know how much they have tried to jail Obi Kubana and E-Money? Man, just that now they found them nothing. They found them blameless. That is why Hajichakwa Hanata. Do you know what this also happened in the Igbo? How many northern billionaires know that are not doing anything, that feast on pro-government contract, criminals rotating in the north? How many northern government officials that are not doing anything? Somebody will leave office, onye batala as we still be paying him from part of the money that is coming into the local government office. Why haven't they been summoned? Few years ago, a house was discovered filled with dollars in Kaduna State. What is the outcome of that deal till today? What is the outcome of it? High time ndị be ya amali ihe elugo. Ọ bụrụ na amara ihe na-ege na ihe ndị mmadụ na-agwa unu ka unu mali ihe ka brain unu na-alụ ọrụ, mana it's just so obvious na onye ọbụla kwuo okwu abatụ nwanne nwoke asị na-enwele ya envy. How will you feel that na ịgbagote n'elu ọkwa n'ọlụ di ya ị na-anya n'akụkụ nwere nwanne gị n'ọdị ya ọ bụrụ sọsọ ndị Hausa na ndị Yoruba gbago kirikiri ịdawazịa they will give you space ka ịda amelụ ahụ and ya ada daluo n'ala. Rochas Okorocha was a perfect example of it. Kita olukwa na Ngige ka anyị na-enenekwa unu Dave Omaya kwa nke Minister of Work. Be very very careful. Be very very careful. Use your position inwe very very well. That is all I have to say. God